Hey, good evening, everybody. Quick pop-up show. It's almost 10 after 7 or so. It is Monday. I do usually come on Monday night, so I want to stop in and just say hi. It's going to be quick. I'm still dealing with this eye infection, which wound up being worse than we initially thought. But the good news is it's on the way. It's on the mend, and I'll be fine. So I just wanted to come on and say hi for a couple of minutes. You can see it's kind of no frills. Hey, Karen, how you doing? Welcome aboard. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, just wanted to kind of come on, say hi, see what's going on. If anybody has anything they want us to talk about, or questions, or thoughts around reselling in general, ephemera, anything like that, just wanted to spend a little time, hang out, and let me know. Let me know what you'd like to talk about. This was quite spontaneous, no announcement. I just looked at the clock. I'm like, oh man, I should be on. So let me get on. I felt bad. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? Good evening to you. Not a whole lot going on here other than, hey, what's up, man? Blue Feather Ephemera is here. Great to see you. I do have a long overdue What's Sold video coming out. Speaking of Blue Ephemera, it's recorded. I didn't put my face in it because when I did it, it was 2 days ago. My eye was like the size of a softball. It was out of control. So it's just going to be kind of a narrating form video, but it shows a lot of cool sales I've made the last couple of weeks. Not just print ads. It's all things ephemera. So it's like there's some sheet music in there. There's some postcards in there. There's some other like little paper doodads, and there's print ads, of course, in there. So look for that. I'll probably release that tomorrow. Just a regular What's Sold kind of video. But it's been a long time. I didn't realize how long it's been since I've released one of those. So I figured, what the heck? But again, just pardon the fact there won't be any face. You're just going to see an eBay screen and me narrating. What do you like to pay for a good magazine, and what is too much for you to pay? That's kind of a relative term question, Karen. I was very spoiled because I purchased my lots of magazines. The biggest lots were really large, like 100, 600 something magazines was my first one. It came out to, what's the math? I can actually tell you. 620 it was. So 620 magazines. And we paid $250. It's like 38 cents an issue or so is what I wound up paying. If I was in the market to pick up magazines, I don't know what your situation is, Karen, if you're just kind of getting into this, if you have a stash of stuff you could work with. But honestly, for me, anything $1 and under, if you can get, my philosophy is always try to buy these things in bulk, paper, rather than going out and doing one-offs. Try to get a nice stash of magazines if you can. Shouldn't be too hard. If you could average somewhere around that $1 or so mark, I think that's fine. Again, you're going to sell an ad for 10, 15 bucks. That's pays for 15 magazines potentially. So something like that. I think a buck or so is reasonable. What's up, Steven? How you doing? Welcome aboard. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, and I enjoy watching yours too. So definitely, again, check out Blue Feather Ephemera on YouTube. He does pretty much exclusively What's Sold videos, right? And they're all very interesting. Anonymous, how you doing? You got a smaller as it could possibly move around in the sleeve. What do you think I should ship it in safely with possible movement? As long as you have it in Anonymous, have you seen my video about how I ship print ads and paper and stuff? Do you have, if you sell postcards, do you have any of those little mailers that are used for postcards? Something like that might be really good for a tiny ad. For me, as long as it's, my biggest thing is protecting the paper with some sort of plastic, an envelope of some sort that's plastic to waterproof it. So as long as that's in there and you have a nice tight envelope, it doesn't really matter if it moves around. It should stay flat. So any kind of decent, flat sourced envelope or paper would do fine. I would just highly recommend you wrap the ad in plastic first, some sort of plastic. But thanks for coming in, guys. Again, I know this was very spontaneous. I just wanted to say hi. You can see the no frills background. It's all dark and all. I'm like, I'm not putting lights on. I'm not doing nothing. No, I have one little lamp on. That's good enough, right? But I appreciate the questions, so keep them coming. And if you have any follow-ups, let me know. If you have any ideas, let me know. I'm selling postcards today, which is a good thing. I've been selling postcards over the weekend as well. Steven says, depending on the magazine, you pay pretty good money if you know you can pull out a nice ads. Yeah. Yeah, but that goes without question. They are long tail items, no doubt about it. Although I say that, and it's in the video, but little teaser. Remember we did the live listing show last week? It was a 1950 issue of a magazine. Well, we did. I don't know how many we listed. Let's just say we listed 10 live on the show. After the show, I listed a couple like right afterwards, and one of the ads was a shoe store, a shoe brand or something, sold the next day. So that's how it works, you know. The right person's on at that moment looking for that shoe ad for whatever reason, and bam, it's sold immediately. But to Steven's point, absolutely, you can also have ads that are in your store for a year or two. So it really depends. There's no specific formula, but the philosophy is if you just keep listing them and you have a lot of volume, you know, eventually you'll sell enough to do well. And generally, your first quarter was better than expected. That's good. Yeah, that's a nice conservative term. Yeah, better than expected. Yeah, I did pretty good. You know, nothing great. I missed a lot of time with my surgery and everything and all the injury that led up to the surgery. So, and a lot of travel in January. So I admittedly haven't listed nearly as many, at least up until mid-March or so, as I usually do. And I think that definitely affected my sales in this store specifically, because you list, you sell, as someone once said. And when you don't list, guess what happens? You don't sell. You still sell, but you don't sell with the frequency. So I think considering the amount of listing I was able to get up, I'm satisfied with the results. I know I could do a lot more now that I'm healthy, thank goodness. And that's the plan, is to just get more listed. You saw a lot of ephemera you have not listed print ads. Just got you scanned it. Very cool. Yeah, just have at it, you know. But I just think you should try to, if at all possible, get a bunch of magazines rather than just picking a magazine and trying to do it, because you'll drive the price down, right? Bulk purchases usually you can get for less than if you were to itemize it and buy individual magazines on their own. Whole host of places. You can go to Facebook Marketplace. You can go to a lot of antique malls have them. Stay away from the ones that are already pulled out ads. They put them on like a backing and sell them for $5 or $6. That's lunacy. Don't pay that. But you know, a stack of magazines in an antique mall and an estate sale is always my favorite place to find them. Yard sales. I don't know where you live, but if the weather's getting nice and you can get out to a yard sale, always never have a problem. We certainly don't, asking people if they're having yard sales or rummage sales or whatever. Hey, you guys have any old magazines you're looking to get rid of? Because you'd be surprised. A lot of people don't think that anybody would be interested in it. So I always ask. If I don't see them present in whatever place I'm going in, I ask. You're in PA. Oh, very cool. So am I. I'm just south of Philadelphia. So to that point, the weather, I mean, it got a little nicer today, but still not great. It's supposed to be 70-something degrees tomorrow, though. That should be beautiful. That'll be real spring fever weather here in PA. Yeah, try to find yourself a nice little stack of magazines to get started in it. Since you're familiar with ephemera in general, that's great. So you have a leg up as far as that goes. But yeah, print ads, try to get a nice stash if you can. And then get in there and start carving out those ads. It's like mining for gold. At least I think so. I'm incredibly, usually there's a little bit of preparation prior to any one of the shows I do, as far as even just setting up screens and stuff. I didn't do any of that. So I'm trying to get out of nonsense that I had opened, or just to keep everything neat. Oh, did you guys see the, I did a post a couple of days ago on my community tab about this dog, this hat. I put it away in the back. So I already listed it, but it was a hat. This dog looked so familiar to me. It was driving me insane. And somebody came through and let me know that it was the Liversnap. Actually, it was Karen, wasn't it? That it was Liversnap's dog. So I went in, and sure enough, that was definitely him. And I listed it as such. I listed it for $50. So I'll let you know if it sells. But yeah, I just knew, you know, sometimes you see a face like that. I couldn't pinpoint it, but I knew who it was. You're excited about it? Very cool. Oh, my goodness. My wife's grandmother just passed away this past September, born and raised, or she lived a good portion of her life. And they just say Northampton, kind of like getting rid of the H, Northampton. So I know exactly where you are, Karen. That's outrageous. Very cool. Do I ever list both sides for that? Nope. I just pick a side, any side. Pick the one. If there's, similar, what I think is, I picked the one that I think is more marketable, more desirable, more valuable, and go with that. You failed the test. Oh, for the dog. Yeah, Karen, thank you. Yeah, that was awesome. That was, well, I should have known. You got a quasi Spuds McKenzie looking dog in your thing, I think, or oh no, it's a kiss on his head. Okay. Yeah, that was really a great call. That dog, it's hysterical. Driving me nuts. He is called, I'll pull up my listing. To go to my other store. Alpo Dan the sheepdog is his name. And there's not a lot of Alpo Dan stuff out there. So put it up at a high price, see if there's somebody that's interested and wants to buy something like that. It's unique enough that maybe it'll get a premium. We'll see. You would not give you the same answer, or you would give you the same. You're not that organized. Yeah. I mean, you could do that, and then you just have to make sure that if one side sells, you remember to delist or delete the other listing. So if you can notate somehow in your SKU that you have a double-sided ad, there's certainly no problem. You're hedging your bet. You're using one piece of paper and potentially getting, you're getting two listings out of one sheet of paper. That's not a bad thing. You remember from the old TV commercials? Yeah, no problem. Definitely. That's awesome. I remember him too. That's why it was driving me nuts. His face. I'm like, who the heck is that? Yeah, then I saw the commercials and all that stuff. Very cool. I just sold a DVD from a 1936 movie with Nelson Eddy and Jeanette MacDonald called Rosemary. Very excited about that. This was a free DVD. My wife works in a convent. She's like a receptionist at a convent near us. It's a retirement home for old nuns. And they're all like, when I say old, they're all like in their 90s, almost without exception, in her wing. And they have what's called a free table. And every day she scours that free table because the nuns bring in things, stuff they don't want anymore. People come in and just put it on the table. And basically, just like the name insinuates, it's a free table. So anything's up for grabs. And my wife goes in there and she had a stack of DVDs, one of which was this one. Bam, it just sold. Gotta love when free stuff sells. Stephen, you purchased a lot of Red Cross magazines from World War I era. Some really cool ads. Oh, absolutely, man. There was some beautiful. I have a bunch listed, and we did a listing show probably several months ago. I'm going to try to find the link, and I'll show you guys. All around World War II era ads. And, man, some of those things sell for great money, too. I sold a couple of ads for $100 or north of $100 from World War I, between $75 and $100. I'll show you the live listing show. Just 1 second. I'm going to try to scroll through that. Because I remember I did one exclusively, or maybe even two, with World War I stuff. I love those ads. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. See if I can find it now. I just want to see if I have it in my thumbnail that it was World War I. Yep, World War I. November 3rd and November 6th were the two shows. But I'll just throw a link in there if you guys want to check this out. This is a 2.5-hour show, too. So get your popcorn, boys and girls. Check that. Oh, don't check out the V because that doesn't mean anything. Control V. There we go. No thumbs up. Good God almighty, folks. Please throw me a bone. A little thumbs up if you're enjoying this. I know it's almost a non-event show, but like I said, I just wanted to kind of come on and say hi quick. Got a bad eye infection, which is getting better. So the lights and all that stuff just irritates my eyes. I have to be careful. But anyway, check this out if you guys are interested. That's all 2.5-hour listing show, all World War I stuff. Hey, Maria, how you doing? Hey, Miracle. Yeah, peace to you. And peace be with you. Started playing the show. That's funny. Sorry about that. You probably hear the sound. But yeah, check that link out if you guys want to see the World War I listing show. And then I think that was November 3rd, it looks like. And then on the 6th, I did another one. I was super impressed by the volume of ads that I was able to pull out. And these were big. These magazines were huge, and they were 16 by 11, I think. So really nice, full, glorious ads from World War One, World War One era. But good to see you, Maria. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, just having a quick chat, and then I will be on my way. And hopefully by Friday, everything will be 100%, and we'll do a nice listing show. You haven't listened to any World War One ads, but they're cool. Yeah, one in particular was a Wrigley's gum ad, shows soldiers over the top. Oh yeah, very cool. A lot of them make reference to the boys over there, all that kind of stuff. It's really nice. Very different than the World War II stuff 25 years later. Very, very different approach to it all. What's up, Enzo? If I go away for a week, you close store or set handling time different? I just go into vacation mode within eBay. It depends on the length. If it's only a week, I allow sales, and then that handling time kind of updates to correspond. If you go past 15 days, which I had to do in February and early March when I was first having my surgery and recovering from it, I knew I wouldn't be able to do anything for several weeks. The whole store becomes invisible, essentially. Your listings become invisible. But for a short term, like a week, yeah, I would do, you have an option right in the store tab in your portal, seller hub, and you can decide if you want to allow sales. I go for that. If we're gone for a week doing something on a quick vacation or something, I'll do that. I'll let and it's a kind of a kick. The sales roll in even though you're not home. And then it'll say, the seller is out until X date, and you can expect shipment after that date or whatever. And then you just come back and then be prepared, because if you do a good job, you might sell a lot of stuff. So if you come back from a little week jaunt to Disney or whatever, like we're known to do, you might be in for a lot of shipping and packing when you get back. Hey, Dawn, what's going on? How you doing? Good to see you. Dawn is here. Dawn got the memo somehow, and I didn't even leave a memo. I just popped on because it's Monday and I'm supposed to be on. So I said, I'm going to be on. Even if it's for 20 minutes, I'm going to be on. Doing right. Hey. Dawn knows a thing or two about ephemera. So if anybody has any questions about selling ephemera, Dawn's a wealth of knowledge. She has a beautiful, I always talk about this because I think it's really, truly beautiful. Her Etsy store is absolutely beautiful. The stuff in there, the way she presents it, very well done. Big fan. So check out Dawn Wright on Etsy. If she wants to drop a link, feel free to, Dawn. Yeah, man, thank you. Anything else? Anybody have anything they want to talk about? Anything going on, good, bad, or indifferently in the eBay universe? Everything's been kind of quiet. I did sell some postcards today, which I was encouraged by. It was funny. Strange. Like there's little ebbs and flows with things. I haven't sold a lot of postcards, and all of a sudden this last couple of days, postcards are selling. Who knew? Who knows why? Does anyone list more recent ads like the last few years? You have the listed. Yeah, this has come up a lot, Stephen, and I don't think there's any harm in listing an ad from any era, including currently, because people collect things, and if there's a Coke ad today and people collect Coke ads, they're going to want that just like they want the 1905 Coke ad. So yeah, list away. Ads are popular. You got to hit the quote is always, the right buyer has to be on, all that kind of stuff. But it is true. Somebody has to be on, and somebody has to be interested in a product or a niche that they collect. And when you have a constant flow of new things being listed, you're going to pop up higher in search. People we talked about this a lot. There's collectors out there that set up specific searches for specific terms or specific items, and they sort by newly listed. So that's a huge benefit. And another one of the million reasons why you need to list every day and try to list a decent quantity if you're doing anything, but certainly if you're doing ephemera and these things that take much, much longer to sell than an iPhone that you could sell in 10 seconds, if it's priced correctly. So definitely a volume game, and get them up, and somebody will be out there to buy it. It's amazing. Always shocks me when I see the things that people buy from my stuff, from the ads and stuff. Yeah, but recent, old. I just think it looks really nice, Dawn. You've sold a couple from 2013 ads. Yeah, so I haven't, but again, I'm not against it at all. I just picked up old magazines, so that's what I'm listing. But I could definitely see collectors wanting stuff from pretty much any era. So I think if you have something new and it's appealing and it's a popular product or something, get it up. Absolutely. Why not, right? $76 tomorrow, folks. I can't wait. Just for one brief day, and then 60s the rest of the week. Which 60s is actually really nice. It's been cold here. It's been the 40s and 30s at night every day, and raining for a week. And today was a very nice 65-ish and sunny, kind of sunny, quasi sunny. That term quasi makes me laugh. A buddy of mine always says quasi, so I find myself saying it sometimes. You ever pick up things if you talk to people, your friends or something, if they have like little tics or things they say a lot, you wind up suddenly incorporating that into your language for a period? Uh-oh, here we go. Steven, 5-page magazine article about Taylor Swift from about 5 years ago of 1799. Oh, cool. There you go. Yeah. Current, popular. You just received a message from someone saying, what is the purpose of selling business cards? Please remove my card. Don't know. Yeah, that is an oh dear moment for sure. Oh my goodness, it's still running, guys. It's still running. Not as much as it was last we spoke, but it got so bad. My goodness, I had to go to a eye surgeon. I didn't need surgery for it, but I got all these fancy drops, and they had to irrigate my eye, and it was awful. 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 Tear duct infection. But these things they gave me, if anybody ever has any irritation in their eye, look at this. The doctor gave me these, so I'm assuming they're available like in CVS or something. But they're these little lid scrubs, which is exactly what I needed because my eye was so raw from constantly dabbing it with a tissue. Anyway, you take the set, you unpack it. It has like some kind of a solution in it, and it's eye friendly, obviously, and it soothes. You just kind of glide it along your eyelid, top and bottom. If you have any of that crust and stuff, which I had, it removes it. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't irritate it, and it leaves some kind of a conditioning lotion on there that makes your skin heal quicker. And my God, what a difference. 2 days ago, I went and like instant improvement, absolutely instant improvement. So if anybody ever has any eye issues, go get your, whatever this is called, OQ Soft. Mr. Handpay, knock him out. There you go. What's up, man? Yeah, so that's like I said, no real agenda tonight. Just wanted to pop on and say hi. If you have a second to leave a thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate it. We'll be back on Friday. Everything should be fine. I'm already 90% back to normal with this eye, so I'll be able to tolerate the lighting and all that stuff. That's why all my lights are off and everything looks so cheesy tonight. But it was just an effort to get on, make an appearance, say hi, see if anybody wanted to chat about anything, and get back to work tonight. I'm going to do some more listing, and then Friday night we'll do a nice long listing show. There's nothing going on Friday. Going to dinner on Saturday, but Friday's free. All right, folks. So you have a wonderful week. I hope everybody does well. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them below. You can absolutely send an email. A lot of people send me emails with questions or anything. Feel free at any moment, anytime. JiminyFlipIt@gmail.com. Or again, just leave comments right in any video you have any questions about or any comments or thoughts about ideas. I'm always open for them. Criticisms, bring them on. I don't care. Love it. As long as it's constructive. Don't say, wow, your show was lousy. It was so dark. Don't want to hear that. Okay. But anyway, have a great week, everybody. And I will see you on Friday night. Good night.